here is a new concept, trigonometric functions here. In a right angle triangle, as we know, this is a right angle triangle ABC. We know, let x be the angle, and opposite to x this is perpendicular, and opposite to 90 degree this is hypotenuse, and this is a base. Therefore sine x is equal to perpendicular upon hypotenuse, cos x is equal to base upon hypotenuse, tan x is equal to perpendicular upon base, cot x is equal to base upon perpendicular, secant x is equal to hypotenuse upon base, cosecant x is equal to hypotenuse upon a perpendicular. Now we will see here in the coordinate axis. Suppose this is coordinate axis, x-axis, O is the origin, Y is the axis, Y axis. Now we will construct a unit circle here. Unit circle means the radius is 1. Let the unit circle intersect the axis at A, B, C and D. Where the coordinate of A point are 1, 0, 0, 1, and coordinate of C are -1, 0, and coordinate of D are 0, -1. Now see here, let P is any point on this unit circle, and we will drop a perpendicular PM, and this is a right angle triangle. Let x be the angle. Now we will see here. Now x is a anti-clock. X angle is in the anti-clockwise direction, and OPM is a right angle triangle. Now see what are the coordinate of point P. Let OM is A and PM is B. So coordinate of P are A, B. Now from the right angle triangle we will write A in the terms of x. Now we know that A upon this OP, see here, OM is equal to A, OP is equal to 1, and PM is equal to B. Therefore A upon 1, base upon 1 is a cos x. That is A is equal to cos x, and B upon 1, perpendicular upon hypotenuse, this one is equal to sine x. That is value of B is a sine x. Now the new coordinate of point P are cos x, sine x. Now we will study the behavior of the values of the point A. When this OM, OA, it rotate along this anti-clockwise direction, when P point is at a position A, means angle is 0. X is 0 means cos 0 degree. Cos this will become 1. See here, and sine 0 degree is a 0. Now suppose it is rotated up to this 90 degree, then x will become cos 90 degree. See here, when the value this cos x coordinate becomes 0, this is also 0, sine 90 degree or pi by 2 is 1. Now when this A point, P point reaches at B and then it reaches at point C, then angle is 180 degree, which is equal to -1, and sine 180 degree is 0, or we can say pi. Now when this point is reaches at this D, then cos x becomes 270 degree, which is equal to 0, this 0, and sine 270 degree is equal to -1. And if it reaches at it complete revolution means 360 degree or 2 pi, this become 1, and sine 360 degree means 2 pi, this become 0. So now see in this right angle triangle, in right angled triangle OPM, we know a square plus b square is 1. Now see here, a is a cos x, therefore cos square x plus b square sine square x is a 1. This is a trigonometric identity. Similarly, we can find here, if we divide, we can make this we divide both sides by cos x, then this become tan x. Now see here, what is sine x? Sine x is a reciprocal of cosecant x, means 1 upon cosecant x. Sine x is 1 upon cosecant x, cosecant x is equal to 1 upon. Similarly, this function is equal to this, b upon h, h upon b, means 1 upon secant x. They are reciprocal, vice versa. This is reciprocal, means 1 upon cot x. This is 1 upon tan x. Secant x is 1 upon cos x. Cosecant x is 1 upon sine x. See here, these are the functions. We can express sine x in terms of cosecant x. Cos x is equal to 1 upon secant x. Means we can express this sine function in terms of the other cosecant, and cosecant x in terms of sine x. So these are the basic things we must understand. Now again see here, when this point is reaches that point after complete revolution, when this reaches again in the first point, this point, then value will again repeat, means 2 pi plus x, again the value will be same. So the sine x, the value of cos 0, we can find the cos 0 is 1 from this unit circle. We can find the value cos 0 degree is 1, sine 0 degree is 0, cos 90 degree is 0 from these coordinates, because cos x, this is a cos x, cos 90 degrees is 0, sine 90 degrees is 1, and so on. These are the values. And after the complete revolution, the values of cos x and sine x repeats. Therefore, we can write here sine 2 pi plus x, 2 pi, 2n pi, sine 2n pi plus x is equal to sine x, where n is equal to 0, plus minus 1, plus minus 2, plus minus 3, and so on. N is some integer, and cos 2n pi plus x is also cos x. When n is equal to here n belong to z set of the integer. This is also the integers. So sine, after a complete revolution, we make revolution, the values repeats. So sine 2n pi plus x is equal to sine x, and cos 2n pi plus x is equal to cos x, where n is some integer. N may be 0, plus minus 1, plus minus 2, plus minus 3, and so on. Now further, now in the unit circle we see here sine is 0 here and here 0. In the when we this revolve in this way, and cos is 0 at 90 degree, and this 90 degree, multiple of 90 degree, means sine n pi means 0, when n is 0, 1 pi, 2 pi, 3 pi, 4 pi, and so on. The value is 0, means n belong to integer. And cos, this at this point, cos is 0 at this point, and this means multiple of pi by 2. So we can write here odd number is written like this: 2n plus 1 into pi by 2 is 0 when n belongs to set of integer. So from here we can see at 90 degree, this 90, multiple of 90 degree, the value of cos is 0. So we can write cos 2n plus 1 into pi by 2 is 0 when n is a set of the integers. It should be remembered always. And here in these trigonometric function we must also remember here from this see sin x is equal to 1 upon cosecant x. So x should not be equal to n pi, because this will become 0 here. So this is not defined, and see here x is not equal to 2n plus 1 into pi by 2, because at this angle odd multiple of this will become 0, so undefined. And see here in the tan x, this is means this is sin x is tan x is we can also write cos, this can also be written cos x upon sin x. This can be written as sin, this is equal to sin x upon cos x. Tan x is sin x upon cos x, sin x upon cos x, and cot x is cos x upon sin x, and this. So here x should not be equal to 2n plus 1 into pi by 2. This x should not be equal to n pi. X should not be equal to 2n plus 1 odd multiple of pi by 2, because this is undefined. And see here x should not be equal to n pi, here n is set of integers. So these are the trigonometric function we must understand. Sin x is 1 upon cosecant x, cos x is 1 upon secant x, and tan x is 1 upon cot x, or sin x upon cos x. Cot x is equal to 1 upon tan x, or we can say cos x upon sin x. Secant x is 1 upon cos x, and cosecant x is 1 upon sin x. From here we can also find out cosecant square x minus cot square x is one trigonometric identity, and secant square x minus tan square x is 1. So these are the trigonometric trigonometric basic functions and values of sine, cosine at 0 degree, 90 degree, and further we will study in the other video the values of trigonometric function at 30 degree and other main values 30 degree, 45 degree and so on. So first of all we must have the knowledge of these trigonometric functions.